Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember, this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside the Bruin Court.
Thank God this isn't live today. So for everybody listening, this
No.
is obviously not live because I attended something today and we can't talk about it. Well, we're talking about it right now, but we can't release the information till tomorrow. So when you are hearing this, it's going to be after 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Eastern, because I attended the NHL 25 preview event today. And I'm not going to
Talking
lie,
hockey.
it's crazy. I have been to the Assassin's Creed launch party. I got invited to something else just recently that I couldn't go to while I was on vacation. I'm playing Star Wars right now. We could say that. We're allowed to say that we're playing this game. I am playing Star Wars Outlaw right now. I have got Spider-Man for review. I've got all these cool things. Today, I felt like a kid in the candy store. I'm not going to lie to you, Waba. I was blown away. I got to meet, Chris Indahart and Mike Indahart and all the people over at EA of the game that you and I have been playing for forever, I would say. The first time I ever bought the game was on the Sega Genesis. It was just called NHL Hockey. And then it was EA NHLPA Hockey, which is 93. And then you have 94, 95, 96. I have every game since, except I'm missing 20, 22, 23, 24. Those are the ones
Those
I'm
are
missing.
so easy to get.
Yeah, but they're all like $20 right now, and I'd rather just wait till they're like $5.
I'll find them. I can.
Yeah, so those and I want PlayStation versions because I want to still be able to. So all my versions are either Super Nintendo or PlayStation
Fair.
of all the games I had. So yes, I have information about the game that I think we talk about more on this show than any other game.
Yeah, and the EV, like the preview events, because I've attended some in the past, are very informative. So I'm excited to be able to ask you about it and for you to share that info with all the folks. So I guess let's get right into it. What was
and Chris
your
Haluk I met as well today?
Ah,
He's amazing. Okay, so Chris, huge Ottawa Senators fan. Mike, huge Buffalo Sabres fan, and then Ray, PR for EA, he's a San Jose Sharks fan, and then you have me, the Boston Bruins fan.
that's right. The better fan base. If I
Most
had to
people
say,
say that. Most people say that. Here,
Not biased.
Yeah.
But so tell us about. I guess give me your favorite takeaway from what you learned at the event.
2. So I know I talked to you about this, but the Ice Cube is very cool. I think the adaptive AI for how my play style. So it really took me away when they talked about, and it was interesting because we had questions about it. How, okay, we want to really know about the defensive AI and if it actually does. So players will back check. But not only that,
What?
players will look for seams. Your computer AI player will look for a seam to get to the open lane. And I know you probably feel the same way. In every NHL game before, it's just up and down the ice. Players don't really move much, or they'll just sit and they don't really do much. These players are going to go side to side because of the way a player can move now. Like I'll get into more about that, but players are going to look for the open seam. They're also going to adapt to your play style. So if you're playing, an umbrella, or if you're playing you dump and chase, whatever way you want to play the game, it will actually adapt to the way you play hockey. So your team, if you're always doing certain ways, it'll adapt. But that's also going to stop those people from online play. If they only play a certain way, well, unfortunately, that's not going to work. And I did ask this question. I did ask if, certain cheesy goals were no longer going to be there. And, he said, certain high danger shots, there's not much you can do. He didn't want to go into depth, really into depth than Mike did, but he did mention that the goaltending is going to be better.
Yeah.
And that certain goals, they're going to be a lot harder to come by.
I feel like, and first off, can I say I hate that people call it glitch goals, because it's not.
It's not, but
It's not.
Hold on. NHL, since inception, has always had one goal that works.
But it's not a glitch.
Well, see, I disagree in a sense. If it works 5 times out of 10, it's not a glitch. But if it works 8 times out of 10, I wouldn't say it's a glitch. I would say it's more of a cheese. How about
But
that?
you know,
Would that feel
but
better if
if
we call
it,
it a
yeah,
cheese?
but if you know, yeah, but if you know, like someone's gonna base, and this is kind of a little bit what you're talking about, how you said like they're gonna adapt, because right now the play styles that they have, I see Umbrella sometimes,
Mhm.
I see behind the net is what's sometimes meta. I don't play that
Yeah,
way,
no,
but
Steve's plays that a lot.
the goal is to get the puck behind the net, to draw somebody to a side or the goalie to basically scoop around on the forehand and shoot a
Yeah, but
high
that
favorable
that
shot
I
above
don't
the
think that's
shoulder.
gonna work anymore.
Exactly. So it's nice to hear that, because it if you watch, not that unfortunately it's not there, but like high level hockey, like on, and when I say high level hockey, I mean video game hockey. That seems to be what people look to do. And when I play HUD champs, I find people doing that a lot. Is they sit behind the net, you go to get them. Okay, now they have an odd man advantage, and they basically scoop the like forehand short side, and it's like it's frustrating. Not enough for me to stop playing, but it's like I know how to stop this, but I can't because my players are out of position. So what you're saying is now the players might be in position, and they can't even play that way anyway because those shots are going to be stopped. So I can have more faith
Well,
in my
they're not
goaltender.
going to be stopped all the time, but you're going
Yeah,
to have more favorable AI. You're going to be able to adapt. So with Ice Cube, which it's kind of got parts to it. So it's the gameplay, the Ice Cube. So I'm going to read some stuff here. I'm going to read some PR lingo, but it's fine because I think it'll help. Because honestly, I'll go into more. So Ice Cube is the true hockey intelligence built on all new logic-driven animation system. Ice Cube responds to contextual events on the ice with unprecedented authenticity and is the foundation to Chell's gameplay overhaul. The result, a trio of new features that gives players more control over the action than ever before. A major upgrade to the reliability and accuracy of CPU players, and a massive new animation set that makes gameplay a more seamless and realistic experience. Now, this is the one I wanted to talk about first. We'll get into AI, the next gen vision control. On ice evolution, next gen vision control provides fresh abilities, improvements, and user initiated skating mode, ups and responsiveness, explosiveness, and expressions on the ice for human and AI players alike. So, what this means is it's going to allow you. So, perfect example. So, when you win the drawback to the point, okay, right now, if you win it back to the defenseman, he kind of like skates backwards across the blue line. Well, guess what? He's not going to do that anymore. He's
thank
literally
God.
still going to be looking directly at the goaltender or keeping his play, his field of view into the focus and actually doing a hockey move, crossing his skates across the ice. I watched let's be honest here. All of us have seen the leak video, but I watched the same
I
video that
haven't.
wasn't
I would
leaked.
never.
Okay. So I watched it again today, and the way you watch Quinn Hughes, almost like you could pretty much Waba go all the way around the rink like this and still be focusing on what's in front of you.
So important.
It
Like,
it's so important for hockey because it's going to allow you to actually like we joke about this sometimes, and I know when I'm watching you stream, I'm like, actually do a play here. We can set up plays because think about it. Your defensemen are actually going to move like this, not like this. They're going to move looking at the play. Your forwards are going to be looking at you. You're going to be more responsiveness.
it's so frustrating too now. And you mentioned off the draw, they're gonna like basically toe the blue line. Why
About
can
time.
I win a face-off and then go off sides? Like it makes no sense that I win, I do the right thing in that rock paper scissors, but I'm penalized because my player decides to make an instinctual move back. Like that's not right. And also too, like if I pass to someone on the one timer, they should be facing me. They shouldn't be facing away. Like,
Waba, do you want me to talk about one timers that's going to scare you again?
can you lie to me, please, and tell me that everything's gonna be okay?
It's
Everything's gonna be fine.
it's gonna be fine, I guess. But like, I'll talk about it. So you can walk the blue line, help create space and play, and square up the puck carrier. Thread the needle through an opponent's defense and stay locked on the goal for better shot opportunities. They showed us a video where even if your player doesn't have the puck, they were just showing how he could keep in a motion looking at the center of like keeping the puck in the center and just going like this. He could literally go in a circle and he keeping his focus. So even without the puck, the player is looking at the puck, always keeping
That's
his
great.
focus, which I think defensively it's going to make the game harder.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of times when we're playing this game where the players are getting caught past. Because they've also added desperation plays, and I'll get to that in a sec. Yeah, they actually they sound like desperation. They're going to get a penalty. That's the way I look at it because I'm just like, yeah, you're going to hook and do things, and there's penalties going to happen. But a lot of NHL is just up down, up down. We have now added side to side, and angles. I think it's going to be a lot easier to clog up the lane. I think it's going to be a lot harder for someone to just try and take you on the outside. Like, you know how we can always like we take the puck up and we just go around the defenseman like that. I don't see how you can do that now, because you could pretty much just do vision control to the side and then press the whole button and you could literally just pin the guy. At
Yeah.
least I think so, or even do a hip check, because how hip checks are even going to be easier. I never even thought of that. Hip checks can be way easier, because think about it. If we press R2, we square up and then we're in the zone and we're almost like on a tank control when you think about it, right? How it's going to be hard. And I think it's going to make hitting. Oh my God. This is,
It's funny you mentioned about that because let me ask you, well, maybe not you, but like in general, what's the first thing somebody does when they boot up the game and they're ready to play an online game? The answer is
I don't play online.
turn auto backskate off. That's what they do because it penalizes them. Because facing the puck, you lose speed going backwards, which makes sense. But people would rather have their player moving because the game right now, as it stands, operates in a way where it's less advantageous to be facing the puck as a defenseman. So it sounds like Ice Cube is going to make it so that you don't feel as much of a penalty. There should be a penalty in backskating, but not significantly, where you can basically just get
because
burned.
like guys like Cal McCarr and stuff like that, they can skate backwards faster than some guys can skate forwards.
But it makes for a challenging experience, and like especially when you work on balancing like the players and the overalls and stuff like that. It's like when you get a McDavid right away, early game, oh, I'm just gonna burn right by this guy. I'm gonna hit forehand backhand
See, and
every
I
time.
think
Easy
with
clap.
this new vision control, I don't see how you're doing that.
Hmm.
Sorry, I don't see how you're doing that with like every single defenseman, because some defensemen
Yeah.
should be able to stop them. I think this is going to make the game more hockey. And I don't know, that's a terrible descriptive, but that's the one I'm going to go with. I think this type of change is going to make the game more hockey. And I wanted to get into some more changes here. So we have
Can I
empower.
first say that Ice Cube is my new favorite rapper?
Oh, well, yeah, okay, that's a good one.
Is that
Yeah,
a good joke?
not really, but
Is
it's
that a good
fine. We'll
joke?
allow it. So
Thank you.
empowered AI, which I know you and Pez wanted to talk a lot about AI, so this is good for you. A completely overhauled AI player system heightens computer skate awareness of the player's positioning on the ice, giving more fluid and helpful reads to execute true to life fashion, keeping your tactics in motion and keeping high speed action. Plus, a refreshed playbook improves power plays, 5-on-5 offensive plays, and opens up the ice for better overall positioning. Now, they showed me in a video on this, Waba, they showed me how like you could draw a player over and create space, and your computer AI teammate actually sees that and takes the lane and goes in for the pass instead of just like going to the net. Because like when you're always doing a 2-on-1, the player almost skates through the goalie.
It's so frustrating, dude. And I scored that way the other day off a pass, and Pez called it out on my stream.
They showed it where the player stopped, and then you made the pass.
For the audio listeners, I just did a gasp, like a silent gasp. That is so encouraging.
And it was very interesting because I'm watching this, and I know other people who are watching it couldn't care less because they're just
they're like nerds in their polygons.
well, I had friends who was like texting me, is like, "Can you wake me up when this is over?" I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like, I am like so excited to be here and watch this. I purposely watched 2 seconds of the leak trailer and I was like, all right, I'm done. I know I'm watching it in a couple days, and I watched it fresh. I was very impressed with what I see. Now, I will throw a caveat on here. I was very impressed with NHL 24 with the pressure system, and I did ask you a question about it. Pressure system question was asked. I think that was Pez's question. I did ask the pressure system question. And the pressure system is going to be, because it has been fine-tuned throughout the year, it's going to have a little bit more tweaks at what it is now, but it's going to pretty much be the same.
I agree with the pressure system, and I agree with how they handled it.
I
They
agree
took
too.
something. And I know people hate this. Like, well, if you implement something, it should be right. No, it can't. The first time, it just can't. You can't
Especially
play test it
something
with enough
like
people.
that.
I like how they recognize it, and they're like, you know what? You're right. People are just staying in the zone and doing it. You have to actually take actions. And it does feel I would say it feels balanced. I think it could be improved, but I think if you've had a year to develop it, I'm glad to hear that it's like, it's staying.
And I know these developers get dumped on all the time, but I gave Chris and Mike their flowers and was like, hey, I'm just happy the amount of listening the NHL team did last year, maybe not so much on the hut front, but on the balancing of the game. they did a lot of updates for the game last year, and I know you can't do everything. And like, I gave my gripes to them personally about Hut, and it's fine. And then I wanted to talk about react. I mentioned it before. Reactive actions. A series of brand new animations makes skaters more responsive in critical situations, giving them more urgency and ultimately more reliability during plays. Reactive actions reward players for proper on ice positioning, increase collision avoidance, and offer authentic visuals, reactions for players to recognize and take advantage of those in high impact moments. So that's going to allow players to be able to get clipped if they're trying to like do the wrong thing. It's going to allow for you, if you're playing the game properly, the game of hockey,
Yeah.
you shouldn't get caught. Like, you know how like sometimes for some reason like a player like dekes you at the last second and you can't hit him, you're like, that doesn't make sense. Like that
Or you
wouldn't.
hit someone and you just glance off,
Yes.
like as 6'9" Chara.
None of
Like,
it to me, it sounds like this isn't gonna happen. But I also think some of these moments are gonna cause penalties.
I just hope, because one thing I
So
see,
this one is the one that I'm apprehensive
yeah,
about, that I'm like, I'm taking a wait and see approach for this because I'm like, this feels like I'm gonna get a lot of penalties here.
I know one concern people have had, well, not concern, criticism people have had. It's like, I'm in the right position, which I will say 4 times out of 10 you're not. Go look at the replay, but they're in position and their defensive player doesn't make a move on the puck when it's passed to them. I'm talking like one timers,
100%. And
and
they
it's
should
like,
be
why
doing
am I
this.
not intercepting it?
This sounds like to me that players are going to be diving. They're going to be getting in front of the puck. He did mention, Mike did say like players will be blocking shots.
Right. It shouldn't just be up to the player. It hits them if they're there, but it feels like
So
you're
your
only one.
defenseman, your AI will block shots. I have a funny feeling though this one's going to have to be fine tuned just a little bit because you're going to have a lot like with anything, right? There's going to be a little bit too much. Um, and that brings us to something that Wabo was really scared at when I before we
Oh
started this,
no. No.
skill based one timers. Now,
Ah.
when you watch it in the video and when you finally see this video and you watch the skill based one timer and they use Bedard, the hype, the hype. Now, this skill based one timer goes with the presentation. So you read the attacking zone, find the open teammate, and reward with a deadly one timer you can see, feel, and hear the impact. Skill based one timers create authentic gameplay, tension of offensive excitement, and expectation mixed with defensive concern and adaptation. So, what this is when you're putting a lot of, from what I could see, the pressure was full. Okay. So the puck is being cycled, and then there was an open seam, and you saw Bedard there, and the goalie tries to make a desperation save, and Bedard takes the shot. The crowd goes freaking insane.
Oh.
So this to me is more of that, what I said to you about college football, where I was like, they had a lot of the hype. They had a lot of hype moments. This to me is the hype moment. Like, this to me means like, Pasta off on the off in his office off to the side there on the power play, taking that one-timer shot going over the goalie's shoulder.
Within
That's
during
what,
the playoffs.
and reliving that in a video game because it's so hard. Whenever we play these video games, you never get those moments. You get goals, but there's not, very rarely are you doing the oh nice goal moment. This I think is going to give us the oh nice goal moment, but you're going to have to be like you're making the pass and you're taking the shot.
That's
So
wild.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna have
call
to
it
get
right
used to
now,
that.
100%. This is a trophy.
I because I one timing's my jam. All one time.
You're not good at it, though.
Your grandmother, your dog, your lawyer, his dog. Like, I'll be one time at everybody, and having to do not just a pass, figure it out, but like then have to time a shot. I think it'll be really fun, and
But I
I
think it's
think
gonna give
that
us like
it's
the
gonna.
intense moment too, because like
Well,
it
yeah,
seemed like I could hear a heartbeat. I was I was trying to, I was just like, oh, it was good. It was very good. And there was like a highlight.
I like it.
Bedard had like a yellow circle on him. So you could tell the moment was coming.
I wonder too if that is going to give defenders a chance to make like a last minute, or if they have a certain perk where they can identify a one
You
timer
never,
target.
dude, I'm telling you right now, I only had 15 minutes with Chris and Mike. I felt like it was like 2 seconds. Like,
What were some other questions that you asked?
well, so I did ask you. You wanted me to ask something about team of the season, and I know that's what you're leading into here. And the question was, are we going to be looking into, especially on the women's side, rewarding team of the season players for their off ice accomplishments? And we've talked about this before. MLB The Show does a phenomenal job of like, and I wish that live series cards were coming to NHL. They're not. but I wish. Hey, they could be. I never asked the question,
Yeah, they
and
could be.
I can't believe I didn't ask the question. I have a you know what? I can't ask more questions. I'm gonna ask more questions. Um, I would love live series cards, but yes, they did say that they realize the error and they're gonna fix that.
Yeah, and that's something like I feel. First, thank you for asking that because like these, I'm gonna make a video on this. These are like the cards that they hype up all year. Not just that, but they deliver golden skates to the players, and the progression was so poorly managed in my opinion. And this is somebody who had what 7 of them. Okay, so I did all the 5 men's skaters, and then I got 2 women's skaters. And just to put in perspective, obviously McDavid got upgrades. Like, obviously. Heiskanen's still a 98. Makar got a 99. Obviously he did, because he was the cover athlete. You know, it's like Kachuk is still a 98, won the Stanley Cup. And then there's, oh God, who's the last one? McKinnon, obviously 99. He plays that way. But I feel like they favored definitely McKinnon and McDavid. But then you have the women's. Okay, so Taylor Heisey won the PWHL first inaugural championship. 96. I think there's like some players there. I think Sarah Fillier, who I'm glad I didn't pick her up. She might be like a 94, 95. Like, how do you have these players hype them up and they just get outpaced? Not just did Team of the Year get outpaced, Team Builders got outpaced. You have to continue upgrading these cards whether you like it or not, especially based on real performance, because if these are truly the best of the best, you should be having good performances from them. I still disagree with Heiskanen. I still think that was a poor choice. But
yeah, I'm not gonna get. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think McAvoy actually would have been a better choice, but
bias.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 100%.
I remember when that came out. Yeah,
or even
like, when that
Fox.
came out, I was
Fox
like,
would
what?
have been a better choice.
Exactly, but that was something I was disappointed in, especially with the amount of resources it takes to make one.
I think it's.
And I saved my
We
resources.
all know it's going to be Quinn anyways this year, so it doesn't really matter.
I thought it was going to be Quinn last year. I got his X Factor. I saved his stuff, and then when it was, I was like, what? Made no sense. Heiskanen. Oh, okay. Heiskanen who?
Well, no, he's a very good player.
Yeah, I know. I'm being hyper.
I asked a personal question. I wanted to know about the progression system with regards to Hockey Ultimate Team, because that's a mode I play, and we are going to have a reward path for whatever mode you play in Hockey Ultimate Team. It will all count towards the same reward path. So no longer will you're going to be like, oh, I've got to go play 10 moments over here. I got to do this over here. I got to go play Hot Rush over here. If you want to just do moments, do moments. You want to just do Hot Rush, do Hot Rush. But it's still going to go to this progression, to the same progression path. And you're going to get rewards with packs, coins, and event cards.
A little like what Hut Rush does for reward system.
Yes,
it sounds like.
That's what I think.
But for everything,
I didn't have time to follow up the question. It was like interesting. He answered it, and I got all salivated, and I didn't have time to follow up because I wanted to ask if I could get my dad in the game, which I didn't get a good answer. But well, I just got they didn't know the answer. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, get my dad in the game. But we do get a reward path, and I think that excites me.
UFC 4 did that, where any mode you played leveled up your path for the character. So I'm glad. I actually really like.
And they said that was to do with like talking to the group of the people that play Hut, and that was one of the things everybody wanted. Because I find it myself, and I complain about it all the time. I'm an offline player, so I hate the fact that all the online people get rewarded. I'm just like, well, this is
we're better. What can I say?
You're not. You guys all play. You know why you're not? And this is what I'm going to say, and I'm only going to say this once. You guys all play the game the same way. You all have the exact same team. You are the most boring players ever.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
You're boring.
Fair, valid. I hear you and I validate you.
And you're not the people that are putting money into this game. It's true.
I'm just built different.
Right.
There's more. But well, about that last piece, I think that'll make people, or that'll give modes that people just want to try out, people a reason to do it. Because I stopped playing Hot Rush. I stopped playing moments after the X Factor. Why would I?
There's more.
But now if I can get progression to it,
I haven't even told you this part.
There's more.
There is the all-new wild card mode implements unique rule sets per competition cycle, keeping players on their toes and ready to adapt to each and every cycle. Plus, All the XP earned in squad battles, rivals, and wildcards are now combined into a single progression path, meaning that every hut mode rewards you the same no matter where you play. But there is a wildcard. So here's my guess. They're going to do something like seasons that they're doing in MLB The Show, because I didn't ask more into wildcard and I should have.
Hmm.
Because if you have a wild card, that means cards are not being used or can be used, or is that allowing you to use a 99? Because if you look at the pre-orders, we can get a 99 right off the start. But we'll get more into
90?
that. Franchise mode
I love franchise.
gets a revamp in NHL 25. Starting with Franchise Hub, streamlined navigation gives players access to new, relevant, and easy to digest information. And then they'll reveal more on franchise mode in upcoming months. Then World of Chell live updates. Only Pez cares, but we'll talk about them. Get ready for all new ways to play through an expanded World of Chell live event schedule. And once again, more information to come.
Scrapping Battle Pass?
No, Battle Pass is coming back.
Okay.
Okay, so now I want to talk about the pre-order bonuses, because this matters. Honestly, I was debating whether or not to do a video about this, just for the clicks, baby. But I didn't do
Do
it.
it for the culture.
I don't have time. I've got Fan Expo. As people are listening to this, I'll be at Fan Expo. So I got Fan Expo Thursday, Friday. I just don't have time to do it. I would love to do it. I thought about this. I guarantee tomorrow Sleeves will have one up. Okay.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, there's going to be a billion things exactly the same.
Exactly. That's fine.
People got it. People got it covered.
Your standard edition for EA Sports NHL 25, you'll receive 500 NHL points, Hut Player Pack, World of Chell Battle Pass XP Boost, immediate rewards in NHL 24 with a digital pre-order choice of Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, or Luke Hughes at 99 overall. So automatically, now the card art for this, I saw it. It looks amazing. It's actually the cover of the game itself. Now, I will also say this: there will be 2 different versions of this game physically. In Canada and the rest of the world, you're going to have Quinn Hughes on the cover, and for everybody in the United States, you're going to have Jack Hughes on the cover. But if you get the deluxe edition, you'll have all 3 on the cover.
Love that. I like that. I like when they do different covers.
And
Did that with
to the listeners, I was on a call with Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, and Luke Hughes, and I asked them what their favorite NHL of all time was, and they picked NHL 14 with Marty Berter on the front.
15 was mine. It was so close.
Bergeron.
How old were some of them when they played NHL 14? Are you kidding me?
I don't know, man.
Were they like 8?
I don't know. 14 was their number 1. I asked
Luke Hughes was like 7 years old.
I asked who the best of them all was. It sounds to me like Jack Hughes is the NHL player because he answered any question revolving around video games.
That dude cross creases and Hut.
And I'm
not
gonna
there's
lie
no way
here,
to them.
the whole time Quinn Hughes is on the call and he had this fly tape behind him, and I was mesmerized by the fly tape. I was just like, do you have a fly issue in your apartment? Like, what's going on here? Aren't you a millionaire? I don't understand. Anyways,
Dude's living lean.
it blew me away. The deluxe edition. Now here's the awesome part for us NHL people. 7 days early access.
A lot of days.
Yes. So the game releases on October 4th on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, but the 7 days early access is before October 4th. So you get 7 days early access, including a head start in Hut campaign and World of Chell season. I asked about this. I don't know what the head start is, but we'll see. 40.
They usually do a pre-order. Let's call it like moments and stuff like that. So you get rewards, but they're a little smaller. But it's for the people who do early access.
46,000 NHL points. Let's just be honest. It's $46 in NHL money. Let's be honest here.
That's 882s.
Yeah, it's Hut NHL player pack. Hut Hockey is Family Objectives Choice Pack. That's ×2, and both have 82 overall players in it, which that's very cool. So I think we're going to be in a lot. The first event is Hockey is Family. Like, let's be honest here.
Bobby L.
Right? Well, no, I'm not in the game. But like
you and Bobby L in the game.
But Hockey is Family. Like, obviously that's the first event.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Kachucks.
A Hut Cover Athlete Choice Pack, 85 overall, 1 of 8. Hut Wildcard Starter Choice Pack, 84 overall, 1 of 6.
Wild card.
I know, I told you.
That's
World of Shell Battle Pass XP Boost, World of Shell Season 1 Premium Battle Pass, exclusive World of Shell player set, and
interesting.
immediate reward in NHL 24, your choice of Jack, Quinn, or Luke, 99 overall. Like, you're automatically getting them.
That's bananas. A quest for 99, it doesn't take you 50 weeks anymore. It takes you 1 day.
Now, if you pre-order it right now, as long as it's before September 13th, you receive an 84 overall Hughes Brothers Choice Pack, where you get all of them at 84 overall. So what that would allow you to do is you take one of the 99 Hughes Brothers, and then you take the other two. So here I would take, obviously would I take, I like Jack Hughes.
There's one answer for this.
Jack Hughes was so good last year, though.
Jack Hughes is so meta in this game.
Yeah, so you take the Jack Hughes 99, and then you take the two brothers on defense at 84.
There's an abundance of left-handed defensemen as well.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Could slot in.
Yeah, yeah.
Jack Hughes can play center and he can play right wing.
Yeah,
that is the de facto choice.
It's interesting. I never told him that he was meta on the call, and I should have. I was like, by the way, out of the three of you, Jack, you are meta.
Jack's meta.
You're meta in the game, and you're better than everybody else.
Yeah, he is. I would
say only McKinnon or McDavid were, and he was better than Kucherov last year.
Team of the season, Kucherov. Well, are you talking in game or no?
In game.
Kucherov was very good with his team of the season card. Jack Hughes actually is not a 99 yet. He caps out at 98.
7 days early access, 46,000. Hot player, hockey family, cover athlete choice pack, which is an 85 overall. So think about it. You can actually get all of them, and then that 99.
I love that there's a 99.
No one is going to take the Luke Hughes.
Great.
Poor Luke Hughes. He's just going to be this thing off on the side.
Well,
hold on.
Luke Hughes, like eye emoji. More?
If you order early by September 13th, you get 10% off.
You're giving it away.
If you want 500 NHL points, you can get 20% off.
Dang.
Dude.
You're losing money not doing it. Actually, I mean, I will say this. It's very clear that they are trying to drive pre-orders in a world where people I don't know if less people are.
I think less people are, but I think sports games people aren't.
I will say this.
Are
very good value. Even if you don't pay the extra deluxe editions, let's say you just get the standard edition and pre-order it, getting a free 99.
That's what I'm saying. Jack Hughes 99 right off the bat.
They're not even making you buy the extra special crazy edition to get the good stuff. They're giving you they're giving the good stuff. The points I'm over. And then 84s and 85s, they're good in the beginning. They're going to track out.
But they are going to help you right off the bat though.
They are, but they're not going to be good in a month. And that's okay. Like that's okay.
So everybody's going to have the 85 Quinn Hughes, the 99 Jack Hughes, and the 84 Luke Hughes. That's how it's going to
go. Yeah.
There's the meta right there. That's how everybody's going to do it. Actually, you know what? You're going to get a couple people take the Quinn Hughes thinking that it's the better card, knowing that no matter what defenseman it is, even though like Bobby Orr's card was unbelievable, but at the same time, no defenseman's card is going to be better than a forward's card. It's never going to happen.
No.
Unless they allow us. I didn't ask this question. I wish I did. I want to be able to play a player in any position.
So you used to be able to a few years ago.
Is that the one?
Bobby Clark at right defenseman.
What about wild card? Is that what the wild card is? I can play him anywhere.
That'd be sick. Give me a Chara centerman. They did that with the Hut verse though.
I hated it. It was stupid.
I didn't like that idea.
Okay.
But I think you can change positions on the power play. So at least maybe I'll try Chara at center if I can.
I have a link to ask more questions. I'm asking more questions.
Let's go.
So right now my hype level is high for NHL 25. It's high.
One piece of feedback. If you are a player that likes be a pro, it sounds like you can absolutely just kick rocks. Once again,
hold on.
If you're a be a pro fan, no, you're not. And you probably won't be ordering this game if that's all you play. Actually in shambles. That mode, I'm pretty sure, because I have my 23 notes, I'm pretty sure they said no changes to be a pro every year for the past 3 years.
I'll
and that's just how life be.
Hold on. Presentation, franchise, World Shell, Hut. Yeah, I don't see anything about be a pro.
Actually get rocked. Sorry. Bye,
Oh,
Felicia.
did I talk about the grudge match system?
No. What is that?
Oh, hold on. Get into this. So the grudge match system is pretty much like Toronto Maple Leafs suck.
Good take.
And the next gen characters I wanted to talk about. So hockey is the best when competition is fierce. All new grudge match system tracks the history of matchups between teams across all major online and offline modes.
Online.
Yes, in NHL 25 to add more context, skates, and heat to the showdown. So the more you play a team and the more all that happens, then it's more of a more hits, more of a Leafs Bruins, more playoff atmosphere. This is the cool thing. Next gen characters. The players look unbelievable. They showed a picture of Brett Burns. His beard looks it like moves with the wind. His man bun, magnificent. It looks amazing. So the hair and the facial expressions and the jerseys they move with the wind.
They had the Fanatics logo on it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't look, but it's got to.
Do they so I know last year one of the big things was cross-platform things. Are they still are they doing anything new with like crossplay? Like, are they adding it to like eShul? Because I know that was like one.
They didn't talk about it.
They didn't mention it. How about one other question I want to ask you, not I'll think of it later. But
let's be honest here. You would ask it through me.
I mean, I forgot what I was going to say because then we were talking about the grudge match and stuff like that. I hope that like with the franchise, I know they're gonna do like a whole thing. Watching other EA Sports franchise modes makes me sad because the presentation is so strong. The draft day for Madden is unbelievable. Draft in NHL is text and there's like no like dopamine.
I don't
good.
see Be a Pro like GM Connected.
Not Be a Pro, franchise mode. That was the other one. Did they mention GM Connected? No. But I hope franchise mode gets a cool like draft day. But the one thing I hope franchise mode gets first and foremost, aside from like improved rosters.
You know what I didn't ask about? Do we get outdoor
headshots?
Rinks? I want outdoor rinks.
They do that.
They haven't since NHL what 16 or 17.
Yeah, like oh god.
What's the one where we got with Ovi was on the front and we got NHL 94?
Was that 17? I think so.
17 maybe. That one had outdoor rinks.
Dude, the rinks don't matter. That's like one thing. Like I made a video about like
the headshots don't matter. The rinks matter.
Headshots do matter because you're drafting a sketch outline for somebody who's at large.
Yeah, but only
every
you
single time
still play the content online and you're still playing this game and you're doing like season after season and getting the players. Sorry. Eventually they'll probably just do an AI generated, my guess.
Thank you. At least give me that. I don't need them to manually craft Billy Bungus from, Quebec's face. I just need something AI generated because they did that in MLB Baseball 2004. I remember. People don't forget.
You could?
Just like, yeah, you could. Outdoor rinks would be fun. I wish you could select an outdoor rink for your hut, or at least do something.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to be like, I would love like Fenway Park Bruins. Like,
stop. Well, they'd have to get the license.
But
like, I'd like my arena to feel different than the other person's arena.
I do have an email thing I can send to ask more questions. I know I do.
Can you ask them if they have Twitch Prime?
If you have any questions for the development, please feel. I have a link. Yes.
Dude, they're just gonna get an essay, and they're gonna be like, "Oh God, we're shutting this link down." One email from you, they're gonna just shut the whole operation.
It's gonna get out of hand. Oh! I picked up a card today. You're gonna like it. Card show. Josh Norris up UG Canvas.
Let's go.
Waba and I have been doing a little bit of investing based on some knowledge.
I've been investing a lot. I just got 2 today. They arrived.
Of the ones I told you to get. Did you get the autos? Might as well.
Yeah, I'm on my way. But
so I got his Young Guns, yeah, and then I got his Future Watch auto.
In auto, we'll tell you guys in October.
Watch auto was $6. I'm like,
yeah, we'll tell you guys in October.
But think about it. This guy is going to get. He got 14 goals last year. The top goal scorer on that team is gone, and he's going to play talk 6 minutes and fill that role. He's going to score goals. Also,
if anyone knows who we're talking about, you get $100.
You can get Jack Eichel rookies right now for like nothing.
It's like $40 for
No,
big BG, big 10.
40. I got it for
I saw one for
$25 off Facebook, off one of those things. I got his young gun for $25. Guy it's in the mail. It's on its way. It's the one where he's like, he's doing the thing. So now I've got Mark Stone. I've got Thomas Hurdle. Buddy.
Literally robbing people.
Dude, Ottawa Senator guys. The Pintos and the Josh Norris, those are robbing people right now. These guys are going to be studs.
We've been picking up a lot of... I'm spending $2 at a time many times.
On a Pintos?
Easy peasy. It's like...
How? But it's so easy. Like, even if it goes to $10, we've made money.
I know. It's called stonks, and if you never sell them, stonks never go... It's never a loss if you don't sell them.
I don't understand how people aren't understanding. Shane Pinto was suspended last year. He came back and played 20 games and got 14 goals. What if he plays a full 82-game season, people?
Yeah.
He could be a 30-goal scorer. That means his rookie card is no longer $2. His rookie card is $20. And this has been another edition of Stonks. Dude, it came in a one-touch too, by the way.
That's how you know. I mean, that's how you know they're a good seller. I
like this card too. He's walking out into the rink.
Where's my? Did I get the new one? I don't know if I have them right here in front of me. I got my Krejci, young gun.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a UG canvas. They didn't have them back then.
Yeah, but I just because I saw you got one, and I found one for like $13 or $16.
So you had
it was a really good deal.
So I got my promotion today.
Woo!
And I can't tell anybody at my work because I'm not allowed. But I guess I'm just gonna tell the whole world.
But you're gonna just tell the internet. You're like, I can't tell 50 people, so I'm gonna tell whoever.
Well, because they're not listening.
Not yet.
So I think I'm gonna go out and get myself a Pasternak rookie for $400 and just spend the money.
Treat yourself.
Treat myself, because that's all I need. So I have the Bergie, I have the Marchand, I have the Krejci, I have the Tuca. I don't have a Chara.
Oh.
His rookies are not expensive. I'm just gonna buy that. It's like $12.
Oh, I'm getting that. What? Dude, Court's out here. Nerds are gonna understand this. Court out here talking like he's like assembling the Bruins Exodia, their forbidden one right now. He's missing the last piece, and then he's gonna obliterate. Shout out my Yu-Gi-Oh nerds. I know all you sports guys just what? Right. How much is Char right now?
Because his rookie was like during the overprint era. So hold on.
Oh, perfect.
So
Dano Chara, Young Guns. Ew, this is St. Pat.
Yeah, it's his future watch is $33 right now on a bid. I'm gonna like it. It's got 5 days left. Oof. I'm not spending that kind of money. It's $19.97. There's not a lot available. I'm going to a hockey card show in a couple weeks. I'm actually going downtown tomorrow for Fan Expo, and I'm gonna go down early and go to the sports card store. So yes, people out of nowhere are charging $95 for his rookie card. But here's what I'm gonna say. That is not $95 to you. It's a lot cheaper. You can get one of his rookie cards here, short print, for $39.33 Canadian. So that's like free for you.
Like $28.
Because you're looking at it right now. You're like, it's like
no, because I know how to do metric math in my head because all my cards come from Canada.
So damn, it's so cheap for you to buy cards.
What can I say?
I will say this right now. I lost out. Future Watch Auto Pasternak went for $167. It was in a bid, and I was sitting there, and I'm waiting, and I was like, I went 150 the way I went 160, and then I went to try and put in my next bid, and I didn't get it. I was like, that's a huge card.
Another one's always going to come around. That's a nice thing.
I'm saying cards aren't as expensive as we used to think they are. I also got myself a Young Guns Nils Höglander.
Oh,
for Vancouver. I have a feeling.
Disgusting team, but good pickup.
But he's playing on the top line.
I know.
I also got a seller's offer to get a Pasternak Ovation rookie for $25.
I like how you're navigating eBay now.
I'm navigating, but my young gun, my other young gun pick that we can't say out loud. I think that's I think that's the stud.
That is, I can't wait. We're either gonna look like fools in a few months, but I think we're gonna look. It's gonna be very funny. We
But
just have to trickle them into the market, though.
you went and looked at his stats, right?
Oh, I took your word for it.
Oh, okay. But
I'm not gonna do.
yeah, look, Pasternak. It sold for 166 Canadian. SP 2014 Upper Deck SPX rookie auto patch.
I mean, the way he plays, he's gonna get more cool cards.
But but one the thing that's what I'm saying. His rookie cards, like cards aren't going. If people put them, people are just putting them up. If you're putting on a bid on them, they're not going for what people want them at anymore. So I think I'm going to be able
Yeah.
to. The card store local closer to me has got a pasta Young Guns, and they're asking 400. I'm gonna lowball them and say I'll give you 300 for it. It's been sitting there for
That's what
months.
you do. Right.
So I wanted to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh.
Gamescom just happened because we got a little bit of time.
We
We talked a lot of
So-
NHL.
I know, honest, but like we do that anyway. So like,
Fair. Hey,
get used to it when everything rolls around.
and next week, just to let everybody know, we're going to be talking Star Wars Outlaws because we're all playing it. This is
Yes.
happening.
That's all we can say.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. We could say we're playing it. I'm reviewing.
Well, I
it.
mean, I have a video on it. So if you're curious to know my initial impressions, go watch YouTube.
Yeah. So
YouTube.com/.
next week we'll talk about that. But and then moving forward, we'll probably be talking a lot of hockey. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. But
Or do you?
Phil Spencer came out and stated the obvious. Indiana Jones is coming to the PlayStation 5 in the fall. So it'll be Xbox exclusives at launch. And then in the fall, which is hilarious because, like, what's that? Like a couple months after it comes to the PlayStation. So
People were big mad about that, weren't they?
they were a very big mad. I saw Xbox like stands losing their minds. Like they were all trying to jump off cliffs. Now, I said this a couple months ago because I felt this was all coming. I was like, I'm selling my Xbox, and I think I was right. If I had a Series
now you
S,
can just
then,
get it.
well, I could just play it on PC. But I think, and I want to have your opinion on this, I think that all Xbox games are going to be coming to PlayStation.
I think most of them, and I liked actually the delayed approach because now it's like you're getting a few months of. If this is a game you're like dying for,
What about the
because I know there are Indiana Jones fans, huge fans. Now you get a few months, and guess what? Now it's going to come to another platform. Does that impact you in any way? It does not. I think the reason people are mad is because they feel like they maybe a little bit of cope, maybe a little buyer's remorse, but don't be. You get the games you're looking forward to by very talented developers included in the service that you have before other people. It's fine. Just because
Fine.
somebody else gets to play a game, it's okay. I was just surprised by the initial reaction because I think, I mean, obviously, the more people that get to play a game, the better success. And if it ends up being a good game, which with machine games it should be, we're likely to get more.
Should be.
It's
I have my doubts.
really.
I don't like the look of it. Now, I'm an Indiana Jones fan right here. I don't like the look of the game. I don't like that it's first person view. I think that's terrible. I think that's a bad choice.
That's what they do, though. Machine games, right?
I don't
They do
care.
Wolfenstein.
Cool story, bro.
Cool beans.
Like right now in my brain, I have games that I care about. I would say Star Wars, playing it right now. Assassin's Creed, Astrobot, NHL. I can't think of another one right now. I could be missing. Oh, Dragon Age. I don't think I care about anything else. Like Shadows, I'm gonna play 11 Daylights. This Star Wars game, I can play this for. This is a beefy game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a lot of this game. I'm gonna play NHL when it comes out. I'm gonna play Astrobot, and that's supposed to be huge. Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I'm gonna play Dragon Age. I don't have time for Indiana Jones, and it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'll play it eventually. Because I don't care about achievements. I want trophies. Eventually, I'm like I told you, after my wife's surgery and she's done playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, I'm moving gonna sell my Xbox altogether, and I'm just gonna play it on PC because I have this TV here in my office that I'm pointing at right now. I have to move that. My wife's gonna need something for her room when she has to do her rehab. So I'm gonna give up my TV and I'm gonna move my PlayStation back where it belongs on the nice TV downstairs, and my office will be content creation and work because I got a new job and I got more work to do. But it's also going to be a camera over here in the corner, and I'm going to do pack breaks. I
Let's go.
got that box of 90, 90, 91, 92. That'll be the first box that I open.
I still got the Bruin Centennial box.
Same.
And I don't.
They're going for one. I just saw
That would
them.
I should have picked up more.
They're expensive
good-
now, Because you can't get them.
Yeah. I should get them CT scanned so I can see what the auto is.
Can you never say something like that ever again? They're going right now for $119.99.
Yeah,
Craig
it's pretty
Janney
cool.
auto out of there, $5.99. I didn't get an auto on mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want everybody I want obviously is in the A group. I'm paranoid. I got Schrodinger's autograph.
You got
Could both be in there and not be in there.
Oh, you haven't opened. I have opened my box.
No, I have.
So
I
I'm
got
thinking
two
of
unopened.
opening one on stream, and then giving away the cards to the like for the people listening. I have Bruins diehards. That's me. It's my Bruins hockey YouTube page. And then I was thinking of doing the 91, 92s, and then getting a box of like Upper Deck Series 1 or Upper Deck Series 2. Just buying boxes of cards and busting them open.
Yeah, I like that. I think a lot. I mean,
Because I have this whole extra space that's going to be there now with no TV there. I was like, what can I do with that?
I think the act of opening boxes for yourself for content is becoming a lost art. I think that most people that use a camera and open packs, it's because it's a break. And I'm not knocking that, but I like that. I like the idea of just sharing that experience with
Have
your
you
buds.
seen Ziri?
I've not.
Dude, I'll send you him. He's the best. He opens for himself, and whenever he pulls a Brad Marchand, he's like, "Oh, Brad!"
I opened up some compiled pack, so it's basically like, you know, loose cards. It's like $20 at Target. I love them. One pack had 3 hits in them. It felt like a thick pack. Patrick Kane and like 2 other Chicago players, like 1 rookie. And I was like, oh crap, they suck. Someone paid me $10 to bust out my shredder and shred them on camera. 2 subs. Well, it was $12. So you know what I did?
You shredded them on camera.
I bust that sucker out and I shred them on camera. You know it. How could you? In this economy, how could I not?
Dude, it's almost a pack of Series 2 Upper Deck to get a.
And it was against Chicago,
So
which
you never gave me your
they can kick
opinion. You
rocks.
just didn't even give me your opinion on Indiana.
Sorry. Oh, and Indiana Jones. Sorry, we got into cards.
I forget it.
It's fine.
We're not getting into the game. We talked NHL 25. I bought 2 booster boxes of Upper Deck Series 2 from last year, hoping to get a what's his name from Montreal. I did not get him.
Caulfield.
No, last year.
Slavkovsky.
I did not get him.
Juraj.
I got a French Jared Spurgeon.
That's good. French. I want to get Matty B now that he signed that
I have a
7 mil deal.
Dude, go on.
I want.
Dude,
I
I already told you what to do. Go on the Facebook groups and start buying through there because it's so much cheaper.
I'm gonna have to, and because I don't think the quality is much different. I think it's the same.
I find eBay people are just asking a ridiculous amount of money, and I'm just like, I'm not willing to pay buy nows.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just what I'm used to because I'm hustling.
But I'm going to a card store tomorrow. Well, you can live vicariously through me.
Oh, because I don't have a good card store anymore. I had one, it shut down. I think there's another one, but they don't do hockey. Actually, I'm gonna go revisit it now that I actually know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go revisit it. It's not too far.
You gotta go to
but I am. Yeah, I went to one. It was fun. I liked it.
Ooh, before we go.
Oh,
I am going to Fan Expo tomorrow, and our friends over at Outright Games have the new Ninja Turtles Unleashed game there, so I'm gonna play it. Next week I will talk about playing that game.
Can you get you got to get some footage from it too. Throw it up on our twits.
I could do that.
Or do like a short.
I messaged our friends over at Outright, but they haven't messaged me back.
Can I say I'm very excited that they're over here. Like so Outright does a lot of like awesome like events, but they're all in Europe. Like I remember when like Peppa came out, they had like a Peppa like tea party bus, which my daughter's big Peppa fan. And so the fact that they're coming to Expos, I hope that they come to PAX East one day, because that would be so much fun.
I think they're only
So you
coming
hear
because
that outright?
Paramount's going to be there.
But we're gonna be in Boston. You got time to plan.
True story. We are. I'm going to be in Boston again in May.
Have to plan. Pressure's on you outright. You should outright get over here. That's, I don't know. I struggling. Any final thoughts for the folks before we say goodbye for this week? Oh yeah, we're not apologizing for last week. Okay, I just throw that out there.
But what were you apologizing for?
I'm not, so last week, so Pez was sick. You were on vacation, right? So I don't read the text. So it's getting to be, so I know Pez is sick, so I'm like, okay, I have to start. So I spend 45 minutes getting all my stuff ready, and then it's time. It's our normal time, 8 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, like I'm ready to go.
That was the most hilarious message ever.
And Pez goes, you know that no one else is gonna be there, right? I was like, oh yeah.
I was drunk.
So I actually had a thought in my head. I'm like, do I just go on and like talk to myself for 20 minutes, which I can do.
You do it all the time.
Yeah, you know, I grew from, from stream. I'm used to talking to text, but I didn't. But I have a yard sale this weekend, so that's taking up a lot of my time.
Dude, yard sales around here have hockey cards at them.
I'm having hockey cards. It's all my garbage. I am going to destroy people with my prices. They are so low, I'm practically giving stuff away because it is all stuff I have not been able to sell in 2 years. You try it. I will report back with my with my fake earnings. I don't want the government to know.
Fair enough.
Okay. Any final thoughts, Court?
No, I'm good.
No thoughts. Well, if you had fun, make sure
I gave my final thoughts. I don't know what I get twice.
Yeah. So nice, you got to say it twice. If you had fun, make sure to subscribe to us at youtube.com/3dadsandaconsole. You can also check us out at 3dadsconsole.com. As Court mentioned, we do have some coverage coming up soon, so look forward to that. Really excited to be able to share more thoughts with you. And yeah, appreciate everyone's time. Thank you for the fun Chell scoop. That was actually, I'm excited to be able to talk about NHL again. Now that that time's coming around. All right, folks, we'll talk to you soon. And yeah, see you next week.